design. Let's go ahead.
Dude, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Off this box here. And we'll go ahead out here and take this little paper out here. And we'll see what all comes in the box. So, of course, right here, you do have,
Can you hear me?
Looks like a micro USB charging cable. You got a set of earphones here.
I said I'm
always nice to see that come with
YouTube live
the
now.
phone. And right here, of course, you get your blue wall adapter.
Yeah. You want to come over and check out?
Tool here. Got some dual SIM stuff here, your quick guides. And also in here, we do
type in
have
Anthony Owens.
Blue screen protector. Always
and,
nice that comes with a device
on
as
the
well as
YouTube search engine.
Little
and you should
case,
be able to find
which,
it.
like I always say, is really nice for them to include on their devices. So keep that out. And we'll go ahead and put everything back in the box here, and we'll look at the device. Okay, y'all, so the phone is in hand, and I gotta say, the phone does feel pretty nice in the hand. Now taking a look around the phone, on the rear there, of course, your fingerprint scanner, of course, your camera and flash, some blue Brandon sticker here. On the front, you got your camera, your flash, and your receiver with that nice 6-inch display. Bezels are very small.
What's up, everybody?
I think I have like
what's up, Tim? I see you in here.
Ratio, something like that. On the right here, got a really nice textured power button as well as a volume up and down. On the top there is a headset jack, 3.5 millimeter, and on the bottom is a single fire and speaker.
What are you watching me on? Your TV or something, or your Xbox or something?
Is your tray for your SIM and SD cards. So let's go ahead and give this phone its first boot up.
Hello.
Okay, that's a little vibration in there. Got blue bold light up.
Hello. Are you there? Did you find my YouTube channel yet? And you're on here? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what it's you. What are you watching it on, your Xbox or something?
So, yeah, I'm really interested to try this phone out. You don't really see many blue phones with a Snapdragon processor. So with the 425 processor plus 3 gigabytes of RAM and 30 gigabytes of ROM, I'm really anxious to try this phone out, see how it's going to work and how it's going to perform. So right now, I get the phone set up and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, everyone, so we're set up now and ready to go. Let's go ahead and hit the fingerprint scanner, see how fast this thing turns on. Pretty quick, not too bad. Yeah, pretty quick. Not bad for the fingerprint scanner. Now, look at the phone here. There is no app drawer actually on the
I still can't believe that it takes about almost 4 hours to charge my phone.
Let's take a quick look at those while we're here. Now, got your dollar there, of course. And go into your messages. What kind of keyboard they put on this device. So go in here.
They're less than that, but yeah,
and that's what it looks like there. So you got all your emojis here as well. Scroll from. Now, these little keys down here are very small on this device. Now, scrolling over here, you got all this stuff that's actually on the phone. So not a whole lot of bloatware as you see. Some blue board stuff there. Opera browser, stuff like that. Nothing too bad. Now, got your drop down here for notifications. So it's not your typical drop down that you see. You got to scroll over this way here to get to all of your stuff like Wi-Fi, mobile data.
Yo, I can't wait till Wednesday or whatever, because I'm ready for them to see my shirt.
Well, let's go ahead and go to the settings here. Now, the settings,
to
me, it looks very
on my YouTube channel.
EMUI-ish. It does. It kind of has an EMUI look to it. I got your stuff here like hotspot, SIM, and network. So it is a dual SIM phone, SIM 1 or SIM 2, or have one SIM and an SD card.
To switch over to AT&T prepaid, right? And
I don't see any kind of Wi-Fi calling available.
Why you want to switch over to AT&T prepaid? You know, pay about the same amount you pay with Cricket.
Wallpaper display. Now, one that I am seeing
you're paying an extra $2 or $3 because
this device. I was kind of surprised to see that full brightness, it's just not very bright. Got font size there, screen off time, ambient wake, auto rotate, and screensaver, notification status bar. So you can go in here and display battery percentage, data traffic display, and screen notification. Not disturb.
Like, come on, Cricket has their speeds up to 3 megabits.
Apps management accounts. Like a smart action here. Like, come on. A lot of stuff here. Got wake up screen by double tap, lock screen by double tap, flip to mute, get the call. You might can see those there and read those if you want to. Direct call and just a bunch of stuff here. You have smart gesture here. So you can just kind of like draw, I guess, on the screen to access the camera, music, and phone. You can create your own and all that kind of good stuff. Like they got split screen as well. Open the method, long press the task key to open. Method 2 is long press task manager interface and drag. So pretty cool stuff there. One-handed mode,
so that just shows it to you that Cricket's better than AT&T.
Finger screenshot, indicator lamp, press power button twice for camera.
Way better.
Capture screen, all that stuff there.
And it's
system and devices is all right here for your advanced backup and reset memory. So look at the memory here. It does have 3 gigabytes of RAM, and storage shows that it has 22.11 gigabytes free. Not too bad there. And you got battery management here as well. So you have the standby until it shows you the percentage there and what you've been using. So, you know, this is a whole different setup, honestly, to me, for a Blue device. It's a whole different look. This phone does run Android 7.1.2 out of the box right here, as you see, so no Oreo as of right now. Running memory is 3 gigabytes, phone storage 50 gigabytes.
That felt good.
The Vivo XL3 Plus with a quad-core processor. So we'll go ahead and go back home here. And down here just shows some other stuff like phone, contacts, music, and sound recorder. So a whole lot different. Now, if I push this button right here, you will see this looks very iOS. Okay, where you got to scroll over here and swipe up to get rid of things. Yeah, look at that. I mean, this is a whole different kind of phone that I'm really used to. Just has a different look to it, different feel to it. So yeah, I don't know. Let's go into the camera for a moment here to see what we have. Here you got your HDR mode, flash.
Dude, when it's stuck in, here, like,
different
when first starts picking back up again,
here,
like,
it's mode,
I'm
night
gonna go
mode.
ahead
You got
and
scene frame, super pixel, and QR code.
You know,
video mode.
Towards when, because then that way
video.
they can have that.
And you got time lapse over here. So that's 5x, 10x, 60x, up to 300x. So,
you know. Account, and then
photo,
that way
portrait mode here as well. Let's go here and settings. You got touch shot, smile shot, self timer, ASD, shutter sound, camera roll, picture size here is 13 megapixels,
you know,
4x3 and 8 megapixels, 18x9. Anti-flicker as well. Let's go over to the video mode, and we will see what we have going on here. So you press up here, record at 1080, 720, and 480.
You know, like, I wish that been fucking would been nice.
What showing here. Now the front-facing camera, that is like super clear and super bright. I ain't even kidding with you. It also records in 1080, 720, and 480. Let's go into the photo mode here and see what we have going on in here. Touch shot, smile shot, self timer, camera roll, front mirror, and 16 megapixels and 10 megapixels, 18x9. So I will definitely be trying this thing here out and seeing how it does. But yeah, a whole new experience in Blue. I've never used a phone quite like this phone before. So getting used to that, a whole new system that it's running is just kind of different. But it's kind of nice as well. So a little bit of a learning curve on this phone here. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the unboxing of the Blue
and that's
Vivo
a big if.
XL3 Plus.
It does one thing
hit that
about
like button. Any questions you may have, leave it below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it.
You know,
y'all have a good and thanks for watching.
The stuff that I'm gonna try to use to try to get rid of it, you know. I already told my dad, like, I'm done anyway now, like, you know. I'm gonna try all these things that won't, you know, affect people had to evaluate the apartment for like a few hours, whatever. Then I'm gonna try those things first, and then if that doesn't work, yeah, nah, not to that point. If that doesn't work, I'm bomb the shit out of this fucking joint. You know, say, look, everybody, just leave your shit and don't go back to your apartment for like the next 5 or 6 hours, whatever the limit is. You know, like fuck that shit. Because I'm gonna bomb the shit out of this fucking place.
Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and today I will be unboxing the all-new Motorola Moto G6 Play. Of course, this is on Boost Mobile, and I am very fortunate to be unboxing this phone. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. This will be a detailed unboxing and first look. Now, turning the box around, you will see some specs up here. 0.7-inch HD touchscreen display, a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, has 3G, 4G LTE plus with 2x20 carrier aggregation, and HPUE. Has a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core processor, 16 gigabytes of ROM, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and a 13 megapixel main with a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. Let's go ahead and just rip open this back.
Dude, but I am totally sleeping in tomorrow.
And we have a really nice
you know,
green Motorola box here. Let's go ahead and flip it around here. It just says that it includes the Moto G6 Play, charger, cables, and guides. Let's just go ahead here and open this box up. And right on top here, you will see the device. Let's go ahead and pop this phone out, and we'll set it aside for a moment and see what and all does come in the box. We have a SIM removal tool there. Also here, we have your Motorola legal safety regulatory stuff here. And it looks like that it comes with a case. Really nice to see a case come with the Moto G6 Play. Was definitely not expecting that at all. And of course, here is the wall adapter here, or the wall plug. And this is a 2-inch charger. And of course, right here we do have what appears to be still a micro USB charging cable, so no USB Type-C here on this device. Let's go ahead here. We'll put all this stuff up.
That offers more shit, so yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is, wow, this thing looks amazing. I was really honestly not expecting the Moto G6 Play to actually look this good, but it does look very nice. Got that really nice shiny look there in the back. It's kind of like a darkish blue color. Now let's just go ahead and put the phone. Top here, of course, is your camera and your flash. Here is your fingerprint scanner back here in the Moto dimple area. On the bottom, you will see it has a micro USB charging port there, microphone. On the left side here, you have your SIM and SD tray right there. It's a combo. On top, you do got a 3.5 millimeter headset jack as well as a secondary mic. And on the right here, you have a little textured power button as well as a volume rocker there. On the front, you have the receiver, camera, front flash. I'm glad they kept the front flash. And on here, it says 4,000 milliamp hour rapid charging, a 5.7-inch Max Vision display HD Plus. This is an 18:9 display ratio with 720 by 1440, 13 megapixel camera with fast focus, a quad-core processor, fingerprint reader, and expandable memory.
You gotta have your monster.
Let's go ahead and rip off this screen protector here. And this phone just looks really nice. I mean, I ain't even kidding with you. It does have some kind of like protective cover, I believe, over the back here. It feels like down here there is something you can peel off, but for the time being, I'm going to leave it on there. But yeah, look at that. That is just amazing looking, y'all. Let's
Cheers.
Give this phone its first boot up. I'm getting kind of excited to see how this phone's going to work. Got the Motorola there, powered by Android. Nice vibrant display. And
I
so,
love me
yes,
some
I'm
Monster.
very anxious to try this phone out. Now, looking at the specs here, most people are going to say it's not really a step up from the Moto E4 or E4 Plus with the 2 gigabytes of RAM and the ROM being 16 gigabytes.
Dude, I'm gonna start trying to do what you call it? YouTube live all week long and every day all depends, you know. I'm gonna try, but it's not a promise, you know. Even it's like a 30 or 40-minute live stream or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob Thompson for Smartphone Matters. Today I'm going to check to see if Cricket
Yo,
Wireless
I'm about
works
to check
well
my
with
bank
Android.
account too, you
If you
know.
watched my previous videos, you know I've
See
been
what I
trying
got.
out Cricket Wireless with this iPhone SE, and it's been working pretty well so far. So today I thought I'd try it with my Google
See?
Nexus 6 using Android 6 and check to make sure that the service works with Android as well. So just give me a second here and I'm going to get the SIM card in the phone and we'll give it a try. Okay, I got the SIM in the phone. Okay, you can see here now I have an LTE connection on the Cricket network. Oh, it just disappeared, but at least it's recognized the SIM. So we'll go into settings and we'll check to see if the APN is set up correctly. And it looks like the APN did set up correctly. The APN is NDO. You'll see that the MMS settings are for AIO wireless because Cricket used to be called AIO
Dude,
wireless.
I'm about to what you call it?
Okay, I'll check to see if I can make some calls.
At the end of this, towards the end of this month, if I have at least $10
Hey,
remaining,
can you hear it ringing?
I may end up putting that towards my
And I'm
Google
calling my
Fiber
other
that just start
Nexus
bringing
here.
that balance down, at least work on it, you know.
So I'm going to decline that.
That the avoid my service gonna shut off because I do have like 40
Alright, now I'm
days
going to return the
sometimes to
call.
do, you know, to pay it off. If I need additional days, I do
Okay, you'll
have
see the
the
calls
option
coming in.
to add additional 50
So calls are
days.
working. Okay, now let me check to see if I can send a text message.
That's what I love about Google Fiber. Like
Okay, you can
they
see
got
that
all
the
kinds of
text
fucking
message just came
wacky
through.
shit now going on with that. They before didn't have that. I guess that's like new to them.
Now I'll reply to that text message. You can see I just received it. Alright, now I'll try sending a picture message. I'll just snap a picture of the phone on the desk here. Alright. It looks like it's sent, so we're waiting. And waiting. Alright, you can see we received it. So now I'll try sending a picture back. Again, I'll just snap a picture.
You say you're not doing your live stream
and I'll
tomorrow?
send that.
Mm. Will you be doing another one like tomorrow night after he leaves or whatever?
All right, we'll see. I just received it. So we know that calls, SMS text messages, and MMS picture messages are working in both directions. So now the last thing to try is just to make sure that I can access
Good.
the
Be honest
internet
with you,
using cellular data.
I'm sleeping the fuck in.
Let's do a search for smartphone matters. And you'll see the page is loading on cellular data. You can see I have the LTE connection up here in the status bar. So, looks great on Android. Now, again, I'm using the Google Nexus 6 with Android 6, so you may have a Samsung or some other Android phone with a different version of Android. And
I don't know, I
haven't
may
tried all
try
of
to
them,
stay live.
but you set up on
for an hour.
my Nexus 6 with Android 6. Perfect. I didn't have to set the APN settings. They set up automatically. So, good job for Cricket.
Live because of
All right, well, I think that's going to be it for this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to see if I can hit 10,000 subscribers this year. That's a pretty big goal. And I need all of you to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, since I did all my live streams I wanted to do anyway this week. Like 40-minute live streams and shit. Like 40 minutes.
There cannot be.
Hi, Bob Thompson for Smartphone Matters. Today I thought I'd give my summary and thoughts on Cricket Wireless. So for those of you who have been watching the channel, you know that I went through the process of signing up for Cricket Wireless to use with this iPhone SE. I moved my wife off a $45 5GB unlimited monthly plan from another wireless carrier. She wasn't using anywhere near 5 gigabytes of high-speed data, so she told me find her a less expensive monthly plan. Now, when I started looking for a replacement plan, I figured that she needed.
Did someone just went live? Let me see.
Get my rush shooting. This is crazy.
How you doing that and talking to me at once?
I know, dude. It's crazy though.
Like, are you using like your laptop or something to do that shit?
Yeah, man. I'm doing my smartphone though.
Dude, that's weird how you can do that while you're on a phone, guys. Usually the microphone is cut off.
Actually, no, it's not.
Like YouTube Live now?
My microphone does far away. Yeah, I'm on live now.
Let me see. 10. Oh, yeah, I see it right there.
You need to check out my Xbox, man.
Alright, dude. You need to check out my Xbox.
This is my Xbox One, dog.
Nice.
Come on, dog. And my TV's on, so check it out, buddy. Got all my stuff in it too. And my TV's on, so I got my stuff. So I got my stuff on my room. I'll show you right now too. Xbox One because my Xbox One doesn't get full anymore.
Yeah, I'm still here.
You see that? You see that screen there, man?
Yeah,
It doesn't get full anymore because I have this. Because I got this. It hooks up on my Xbox and all that stuff right there.
See, I never do that when I'm like talking on the phone. Still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here, dude.
See.
Yeah, you can see it better now because it's like dark and shit. So, yeah, I have different stuff on my Xbox.
Oh, you got Xfinity?
This is all my games, actually. Mortal Kombat 455. That's shit, man. Call of Duty War 2. I got all of the stuff in, man.
What cable company do you have? Is it Xfinity you got?
What cable company do you have? Is it Xfinity you got?
I have no idea, man.
What cable company do you have? Is it Xfinity you got?
I hate that squeaking. You hear all that squeaking, right, in the background? Oh my god, that's so annoying. See, that's why I'm like never try to talk on my phone and try to do my live stream. It's like I don't know what you can do with that shit, you know. If I'm gonna do my live stream, you bet your ass I'm just gonna use my Wi-Fi phone. How late are you trying to stay up late tonight? Like, till like 2 or 3 o'clock or so in the morning? Possibly even longer? Am I right? Will you subscribe to my channel? Hello? Timmy, will you subscribe to my channel, man? I say, will you subscribe to my channel?
I'll take care of Nick. Go with Mary and finish this.
As soon as it reaches that Ben Live on like at least on YouTube for an hour, I'm gonna end my shit, you know.
Sorry.
How many more base stars to get done?
We got packages on our ass!
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 more days. So yeah, that's like a good chance I'm gonna end up putting like $20, $30 onto my Google Fiber account. That way, this month I only owe probably $50 depending, you know, possibly less than that, you know, because of that $10 credit, you know, that I have on my account now, you know, that I usually pay out just to get the service started from the door. Oh, you gotta watch 13 Reasons Why, man. If you haven't watched season 1 yet, because season 2 is all the way out. It just came out today. It's on Netflix. Season 2. I've watched quite a few of them today, season 2.
The Vivo
13
8 is
Reasons
the
Why.
latest smartphone from Blue. It's a $300 smartphone that looks to one-up the Moto G5 Plus. For a limited time, the Vivo 8 will be available for $199 on Amazon. We'll place links down below so that you can investigate that deal while it lasts. The build quality of the V8 is top-notch. When you pick it up for the first time, you will immediately notice the smooth metal construction that is oh so cool to the touch. The sides are rounded ever so slightly to help it fit hands as well. Taking a look around the device, we'll find a dual SIM card slot with support for a micro SD card for expandable storage on the left-hand side. There's a power sleep button and volume rocker on the right-hand side. The headphone jack is up top, micro USB port and speaker grills on the bottom. Up front, we'll find a 5.5-inch 1080p LCD display that has good brightness and color vibrancy. The display, it's probably not going to wow you, especially if you're coming from an older flagship smartphone from the likes of Samsung or LG, but it gets the job done. I would have liked to have seen an AMOLED panel with slightly thinner bezels though. The fingerprint
Okay,
scanner
for
works extremely
transportation
well,
on,
and it unlocks the phone fast. It's on the front of the
Monday,
phone, underneath
you
the
know,
display for easy
and
access.
go ahead
And the physical
schedule
button
my,
that is fused to
wide
feels
to
nice
get
and
to my
sturdy and
appointment,
tactile.
You know,
This button
on
is
the
flanked by a
24th
back and
traffic or one
overview
of
capacitive
those
touch
days,
navigation
you
button.
know.
Now, the software is the most confusing area of this phone as it runs Android Nougat out of the box, but it features a heavy skin on top of it that I'm just not a fan of. The notification drawer and quick settings are split up into two separate areas, and there doesn't appear to be an option to enable an app drawer, so all of your apps will be placed on the home screens by default. There are some gestures you can turn on and off to expand functionality. You can swipe down anywhere on the home screen to lower down the notification panel, for example. There are also themes to choose from to spice this home screen up, but I found myself quickly changing the launcher after setting up this smartphone. And I do want to note that out of the box, there will be several Blue applications pre-installed, as well as some third-party apps like Beacon Flashlight, Alarm Clock for Me, Z Camera, Z Gallery, Final Fantasy, and DFNDR. These are non-Blue apps that can thankfully be removed. As for performance, it's pretty strong for the price of this handset. Under the hood lies a 2 GHz octa-core processor with 4 GB of RAM. I was able to take advantage of Nougat's multitasking feature with very little lag. Blue has included a 13 megapixel Sony IMX2 camera sensor with an f2.0 aperture on the rear, and there is a 16 megapixel front-facing camera sensor. As is the case with most smartphone camera sensors, the results will vary on lighting conditions. Outdoor images with plenty of sunlight will look great, and detail will be well preserved thanks to the relatively high megapixel count. Low-light photos can come out a bit noisy. Overall, this sensor doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the flagships offer, but for the price, I think it does a pretty fair job. Arguably, the most underrated feature of this smartphone is the battery. The Vivo 8 features a 4010 mAh battery with support for fast charging. I'm disappointed to see the micro USB connector. It's 2017 and every phone should have a USB-C port, but I'm glad to be able to fill this phone up from empty to full in less than 2 hours. You really should have no problem getting through a full day of moderate to heavy usage on this phone, which is something I can't really say for a lot of smartphones on the market today. There are 2 speaker grills on the bottom of the phone, but audio is only blasted out via the right speaker. Blue is using Max Audio technology to enhance the sound. It gets loud, but clarity is so-so at higher volumes. If you're looking for a budget smartphone that values battery life above all else, you should seriously look into the Vivo 8. It's quite the steal if you can pick it up for $200 through Amazon's sale. However, if you're on the fence about the Vivo 8 and Moto G5 Plus, you don't need an exceptionally large battery to get you through the day, and would value a device from a larger manufacturer like Motorola, who will continue to push updates to its devices for years to come, well, then I lean towards the Moto G5 Plus. I'll place links in the description to view both the Blue Vivo 8 and Moto G5 Plus via Amazon. With that said, I'm BoHD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.
This coming month, I'm gonna try going back down to Starbucks. That didn't get an extra $5 or $10 or whatever I didn't get back from my bank.
Today we're going to be showing you a complete beginner's guide for the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. In this video, we'll be showing you everything you need to know to become an iPhone 7 expert. Now this video is great for someone who's just starting out with an iPhone, maybe someone who's switched over from Android, or even people who just want to see everything their new iPhone can do. Now we're going to be using the iPhone 7 in this video, but it works exactly the same for the iPhone 7 Plus. The Plus just has a slightly larger screen and also has a double camera on the back. Now in this video we also have specific chapters. So that's how the video is broken up into a few different chapters on each topic that we're going to be discussing for your new iPhone 7. Now if at any time you want to take a look at those chapters, you can go into the description below and you'll see quick links for every chapter in this video. This is also great if you want to watch this video again in the future and find exactly what you're looking for. So I do recommend bookmarking this video if you ever need to come back to it later. Alright, let's get started on the complete beginner's guide for the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. So before we even
Yo,
turn
you
the
believe
phone
I've been
on,
on YouTube
I
Live
wanted
like
to
almost
cover some of
40
the
minutes
physical
already.
features of your new phone, so you know what we're talking about when we refer to them
crazy.
later on in the video. So of course, at the front of your phone, you do have the screen, and underneath the screen, you have the new iPhone 7 home button. Now this home button is a little bit different than previous buttons in that it doesn't fully click down, but it still acts exactly the same as previous iPhones. So you just need to know how to use the home button in order to interact with it. So with the home button, you can either tap, which is fully pressing down to interact with your phone, and that's going to have a physical interaction with your phone, such as turning your phone on. Or you can simply press your thumb against the phone or whatever finger you registered for Touch ID, and that'll activate Touch ID. So you don't need to fully click down in order to activate Touch ID. You can just simply rest your thumb or finger. So those are the two ways to interact with the home button. And of course, we'll go over Touch ID a little bit more later on. So with the home button, you can either, when your phone's off, turn your phone on, like so, just by pressing down. Or if you're in an application, you can click the home button in order to exit out of that app. Now you can also double click the home button in short succession, so it's 1, 2, just like that, and you'll access multitasking, which we'll go over a little bit more later on in the video. So now we can also take a look at the top of the front of your phone, and you're able to
Just letting you know, if this phone dies out, and it hangs up on you, I may have to text you and say, look, Timmy, just call me back, you know, as soon as I get it back on, you know. Because I'm not going to start charging this Wi-Fi phone until it shuts off. Now going live on this Beaker live stream app, I'm not probably only end up still doing. I'm probably still doing that probably like 2 or 3 times out of a week, you know. And keep it at that good. I can't do it any more than that, you know. Know what that app? There's too much bullshit in that app.
Alright guys, so I came across
Thanks for stopping by. I don't know if you found me through my website, but if you haven't, please check that out. I post short reviews. This channel has the full review with a demo if applicable. My website address is www.thecriticalvirgo.com. So again, please do check that out and make it a favorite and stop by frequently. I know some people don't like reading, and that's fine. You can stop by here, but if you're on the go and you just want to check something out, maybe I reviewed something and you need to reference it, definitely stop by there. There'll be some short, quick reviews, the cliff notes of these actually. So today, for my first review, you guys, so be easy. I'm going to be talking about Cricket Wireless and my experience with them. I switched over from T-Mobile about 3 or 4 months tell you, the service has been excellent. The reason why I switched was with T-Mobile, and just, I have to say this at the beginning, I did not own my phone outright, so I was leasing it. So when I talk about the pricing for T-Mobile, it includes like $31 from my cell phone lease. But I was paying like $128 or $29 every single month for an unlimited plan and payments on my iPhone 6. And to be honest, when I lived in Florida, my service was pretty good. I was close to a major metropolitan area, and I moved out to Ohio, and I'm not too far away from a major area, but I do have to drive through some areas that are not close to the major city, and in those areas I had like little or no service. And for the most part, I was content, and the only thing that really highlighted the issue and made me want to change was I started a job here, I'm not going to say where, but they issued me a company phone which has coverage with AT&T. So I would carry around my work phone and my personal phone, and I had them side by side, and I'd say, oh my gosh, you know, everywhere I am, AT&T has coverage. And just as side note, I am not a huge AT&T fan. I've had issues with them in the past, even way back when they were Singular. I've signed up with them and canceled with them so many times, and that'll be a totally separate blog post. If you guys want it, I'll be glad to talk about it, but that's not what this is about. It kind of is, though, actually, now that I think about it, because Cricket runs on AT&T's network. So I saw a kiosk in the mall when I moved here. I was like walking by, and this little guy stopped me. He's like, hey, have you checked out Cricket? And I was like, no. And over here, they like advertise it like crazy on TV. So I was like, well, what's the deal with this? I'm in Columbus, Ohio right now, and let me tell you, the service is absolutely amazing. I have not had a dropped call. When I was on T-Mobile, sometimes my calls would go in and out. Like, people would say they couldn't hear me, or I'd drop it, and like text messages weren't always coming in. It was very weird. Sometimes I had to send them multiple times, but when I switched to Cricket, I haven't had no issues with it. I know you guys are curious as to what the service looks like. Let me get to a page so that you can see without me showing you guys where I work. So, and this is a funny thing. Okay, so they're on the same network. Well, Cricket, hopefully you guys can see that. This is my personal cell phone, Cricket. And let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, you guys don't know where I work. This is my work cell phone with AT&T. So, side by side, just so you can see what the service is like. Very equal. I will say this. You do get super high speeds on Cricket. It's slower than AT&T over in the bigger picture of things, but if you're an average user, you will not notice a difference. Let me tell you, I can still watch YouTube, stream music, browse the internet, download my apps, do whatever I gotta do, and I have not noticed a difference. But I could see that if you were like a heavy power user and maybe you were using it as like hotspot, then, and you had multiple devices connected to it, then I could see where you might have an issue. But again, for the average user, you're not going to see a difference. Now for pricing, I went with the 2.5 gig plan. When I was with T-Mobile, I had an unlimited, and I did utilize it. I mean, I was streaming music, video, all that stuff. And the only reason why I really signed up with the unlimited, to be honest with you, was because at one point before they started this unlimited streaming thing, I was actually going up to about 20 gigs a month. I know it's disgusting. Like, what are you watching, Tina? But when I made the switch, I had to buy my phone outright, so I had to pay like $500. But in the long run, I'm saving money. Let me tell you why. Paying $35 a month. The plan is $40 a month for 2.5 gigs. But because I'm enrolled in auto pay, they deduct $5 a month. I got a $100 credit for switching from T-Mobile to Cricket, so I don't have a phone bill for 3 months. How like awesome is that? Come on now. Now, I really had to sit down and think about how I was using my data. I could have went with an unlimited plan. They do have one. It's like $70 a month, and I thought about it, but I was like, you're switching, for the service for one, but also to save money. So I had to say to myself, what am I using my data for? And I came to the realization that I can really just download podcasts, because I have an iPhone, onto my phone and just play those when I'm at the gym or whenever. And when I was watching watching YouTube, it was really just a distraction of my day that I didn't need. And I made a commitment to myself to just watch YouTube at home, like on my computer, or even when I'm on Wi-Fi. I have used up all my data once, and that was because I was not conscious of how I was using my internet at home. One day I was sitting there and watching YouTube on my phone, like I normally do, and I didn't realize that I had the Wi-Fi off. So I totally ate up through all my data. Thankfully, I didn't have a lot of days left. After, I know you guys are probably curious about this, and it's a good thing I experienced it because I can talk about it now. Your data does slow down when you use up your allotted amount of gigs that you pay for. It's not like you can't function on it. It reminds me of back in the day when we had like Edge, like 2G. You can still pull up web pages. It's just a lot slower. So you're not going to be like totally left stranded. If you absolutely needed your internet, you could still look things up, but it is significantly slower, especially since, you know, by now you're probably used to 4G LTE speed. So I will say that. But overall, you know, I like the fact that
I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
And it's still usable. So
Okay,
you're not left high and dry. When I was looking at these plans, I also did look at AT&T's Go Phone plan, and I just want to touch on that for a quick second too, because I feel like it's kind of relevant. They have a 3 gig plan on their Go Phone where it's a prepaid service, and again you're using the same network as it's AT&T, so AT&T, Cricket, Go Phone, all the same. The one thing I liked about that is if you don't use up your data, you could roll it over. There's one caveat though. You can only roll it over for 1 month. So it's kind of like a tease, just a baby rollover plan, you could say, because if you roll it over and you don't use it, you lose it. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. It's something to look into though. One last bit I want to put out there just before I go is my experience with this may be different than yours. Again, you know, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and I can tell you for a fact that in my area, the service is great. No complaints. They had like one minor outage, which was kind of like a bummer, but since then, I mean, there's been no issues. And to be honest with you, like, I totally was able to overlook that one outage because, dude, I'm paying $35 a month. Like, if I was paying $120 a month and they had some crazy outage, I'd be pretty upset. I'm paying $30 a month. Like, I'll deal with it. It's okay. And also, if the service was not as good as it is, even though it's absolutely stellar, let me just say, I probably wouldn't be so upset because I'm paying $35 a month. And that was what rubbed me wrong about T-Mobile when I was here, because I was paying like $129 a month and I barely had service. So I had all this data, but I couldn't use it. So it's one of those things. Now again, you should check with your neighbors and coworkers wherever you live. This is especially true if you live in a rural area, because there's fewer towers out by you. So just talk to your friends, your neighbors, your family, coworkers, whatever, and ask them what kind of service they're using and get what kind of feedback they got, and just find the best network for you. There's plenty of prepaid options out there. You don't have to go with Cricket. There's Virgin, there's TracFone, there's just so many. There's Metro PCS. You know, and if you're anything like me, I really just kind of have like a commitment issue with cell phone carriers, just because I don't like being tied down to a contract. If you're not serving me a good service or product, I'm gonna go. I think I have the right to choose and move whenever I want without having to pay ETFs and all this crazy stuff. And I'm glad that we have so many options available to us now. So again, talk to your friends, your neighbors, do your research, and you know, if you can have a trial thing where you can try it out for like 14 days if you do decide to go with a contract. And just one last quick note. When I was with T-Mobile, because I had my phone on a lease, I had to pay the full price in order to unlock it. Now, I'm just putting this out there because I don't want you guys to make the same mistake I did. I'm a very impatient person. When I get something in my head, I want it now, like right now. And I decided that I wanted to go with Cricket so badly and just cancel my T-Mobile plan. And I wanted to put that plan in action so, like, yesterday. And what ended up happening was I made my payment, and I didn't realize that it would take so long to unlock. I had to wait like 24 or 48 hours for them to send me an email. They sent me an email in 24 hours, and I thought I was good to go. So I went back to this kiosk, the Cricket kiosk at the mall, and I told the guy, hey, I got this email. I brought my laptop with me so that I could do the whole unlocking process that they outlined in this email. And it did not work. I had some issues, but there was also a little note in that email that said, if you just switch out your SIM, you should be fine. So we called T-Mobile and told them that I was canceling that service, and then we put the new SIM in, and it just wouldn't recognize it. So we had to call T-Mobile back, and there was a little snafu on their end where they started processing it, but the person who was supposed to finalize and confirm everything didn't do her job. So I had no cell phone service for a whole day. So moral of the story is, pay your phone, get it unlocked, or just buy a fully unlocked iPhone or a different phone, whatever you choose, and make sure it's unlocked before we start switching services, because I don't want to see you guys without a phone. It totally sucked, but thankfully I didn't have a whole lot going on that night, and I was able to live. If you have any questions or comments regarding this review, please like what I said, please like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, please go check out my website. It's my blog. Again, that's www.thecriticalvirgo.com. Thanks, guys.
It's more about helping the analysts be more efficient, more effective, and making hard things easy.
We need humanities students more than ever. People from multiple disciplines can actually make sense of data in a much more powerful.
Yeah. No cards today. Hey, what is up, guys? John from Magic Tech Review.
Welcome to the new Cricket Wireless. Just how big is our 4G LTE network? Bigger than T-Mobile, Sprint, and Metro PCS. Plans start at just $35 a month after $5 auto pay credit. Cricket, something to smile about. At Cricket Wireless, we think you shouldn't have to worry about adding up all the taxes and fees to your monthly bill. That's why our plans start at just $35 after $5 auto pay credit. All in, taxes and fees included. Cricket, something to smile about. Welcome to the new Cricket Wireless. Did you know that over 97% of Americans are covered by our networks? Cricket, something to smile about.
Get your win on with the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month. Plus, switch now and get up to 4 free LT Fortune phones. All on the network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless is something to smile about.
Hey guys, I'm here and I'm going to tell you what my experience is with Cricket Wireless and Total Wireless. In this video, I'm going to tell you what the pros and cons for each company. I'm going to tell you what my experience is, and I'm going to give you a speed test from my cell phone as well. And so, I had been with Cricket Wireless.
Alright guys, we're back today just to clear up a couple things about the unlimited data plan through Cricket here. So originally on my video here, my unbiased review of Cricket Wireless 2017 updates, I did go ahead and address this here. Some changes have been coming to the $70 a month plan. Well, first off here, it's no longer $70. Let's go ahead and see how much it is. What Cricket has done to stay competitive, they pretty much surprised everybody. They dropped the price of the unlimited from $70 to $60. You can get it as low as $55 with auto pay. Now, first off, guys, let me tell you, coverage on the AT&T network with the unlimited data, monthly taxes and fees included. This right here, you really can't get a better deal. And there's a reason that Cricket has done this. We're going to go ahead and talk about that here. So in my video right here, we talked about a couple things, and I'm here to go ahead and confirm some of those things that went ahead and just talked about here. So on this video here, we talked about this article here from Prepaid Phone News, that Cricket will go ahead and deprioritize data speeds after 22 gigabytes for unlimited data plan users. Well, you know, it's no longer $70 a month, it's $60. The reason they went ahead and lowered that, number one, is to stay competitive, and number two, go ahead and pull it up here, they are going to be keeping the download speeds capped at 8 megabits down on the LTE and 4 megabits on regular 4G, which is the fallback to LTE. Alright, so we have the updates on 226. Cricket has sent text messages to Cricket customers confirming the deprioritization after 22 gigabytes, like I shared here. And if you want to go to the mobile broadband information page on the website, it talks about the data deprioritization and the Stream More feature that's going to be rolled out with new features starting on April 2nd. So what those features are going to include is the Stream More feature. It's going to help you save more data. Like I addressed in this video here, really need 1080p pushing through a smaller device. You really don't, you're not really taking full advantage. You're basically wasting data, because on a small screen like this, 480p for most people, for the most part, it works just fine, except if you're trying to stream, if you're trying to AirPlay from your phone to your TV, then you're going to see the quality difference because it's on a much bigger screen. Now, on the Stream More feature, you can turn that off if you want. You're seeing voice over LTE and Wi-Fi calling, that is coming as well. But on April 2nd, features are going to start to roll in. Doesn't necessarily mean these are going to be available right off of the bat, but you're going to be seeing features start to roll in. I also addressed the voicemail changing. I had to, actually I didn't have to do anything on my phone. I went ahead and checked it out, but they're basically changing from the Zayo or XO to AT&T proxy server. So basically, because I have an iPhone, I didn't have to do anything with it, but certain phones you might have to go in and save your message. That message from Cricket, just go ahead and check it out, do what they say. But for me, because I have an iPhone, I didn't have to do anything. Everything's just going to transition just fine for me. So the thing about the unlimited here is you're going to be deprioritized if you're in a heavily congested area. This is not the same as throttling. Throttling happens right here, okay? That is throttling right there. Deprioritization means if you're in an area, say you're in an area where it's rural area, there's hardly anyone there using the tower, you're going to get full bandwidth pretty much throughout the entire month, even after you exceed this 22 gigabytes of data. But if you're in a bigger city, a lot of people are using the network at the time, and you've used your 22 gigabytes of data, it's going to slow down a little bit. And then once that congestion lets up, or if you move to another tower where it's not as congested, you're going to be back to full speeds again. So really, with the price drop here, this kind of just confirmed that they're going to keep this, which is what I thought they were going to do when I heard about the price drop.
Seasons on Netflix, and I can't do that while I'm not on YouTube.
Go for
sucks.
The auto pay.
I hate this copyright bullshit. Freaking hate it.
Exact identical service as far as bars on the phone go of coverage as AT&T. You can't beat this deal. It's really the way to go if you need the unlimited data. Because guess what? All the carriers' unlimited data, they all deprioritize now. So basically, once everyone's used to the deprioritization, you just have to go with whatever network works for your area. But let me tell you, this right here is an awesome deal because you really can't, at least that I think of, I mean, you can go with Metro PCS and get T-Mobile, but where I'm at here, T-Mobile does not exist. It's either Verizon or AT&T. There's no other carriers. So for me, the Cricket, I have no complaints whatsoever. I love paying, like I addressed in my last video. I mean, I'm on Wi-Fi all the time. I only use probably only half a gig. So I don't have a problem with this, but if you need the unlimited data, go with this right here. And I just wanted to go ahead and just confirm, you know, a couple things that what Cricket was doing. Let me just go ahead and scroll through my comments here just to see if I missed anything. And guys, my referral link is here. I did clear it with Cricket. I am allowed to start giving my referral link again. So go to my page here, and if you're new to Cricket, you'll get a $25 credit on your bill. I'll get a $25 referral credit. And basically, it's just a great way to start off here. So let me just see a couple things here, and I did go ahead and just pin that here. So you really can't, you can't miss my referral link. It's posted in several different places. Anyone on the $70 unlimited plan, you're going to have to change. So you have to go into the app, select the $60 unlimited plan.
8,
it does
9,
not change automatically. Okay.
3 minutes to go.
So that's addressed. Go into the app, and I think you can go online onto your account and change that as well. Let me see. Out. Their plans have changed since the Mako. Yes, they have. So I addressed that here. Let's see here. If Cricket becomes like Boost and Metro PCS, then why should I switch to Cricket? Well, here's the thing. If you're in an area, like I said, where you don't get Boost or Metro PCS, and you need something, and Cricket works great in your area, then definitely go to that. And like I said, time will tell. This was 6 days ago, but Cricket went ahead. They lowered their price, so it's a step in the right direction. This is basically their answer to the data deprioritization. Every carrier's got it now. That is here to stay. And what I like is it's not the same thing as throttling. Like I explained, some people might not even see it. But I thought they capped you guys at 8 Mbps already to having to prevent. Yeah, that's how it was. And unfortunately, every carrier is doing it now. It is true. I just got a text here. Yep. The video quality on this episode is much better than that a previous one, but the sound quality is not quite as good. Hopefully the sound quality is good on this. I did go ahead and purchase one of those Blue Yeti microphones, so still trying to tweak with the settings here, but hopefully you guys can hear me a lot better with that. Still trying to get it tweaked here and there. So in future videos, that's going to go ahead and tell. AT&T has a lot of towers in my area. A lot of my friends have AT&T, tried Cricket for a month, mostly satisfied. Speeds weren't quite what I needed. What if they did away with the cap data altogether, which they're not going to do? See, all these things are just rumored, but I'm bringing to you what is confirmed, guys. Let's see here. Archie says, I think Cricket is going in the wrong direction. What makes them different than other companies? You and millions went with them because they gave you unlimited data, and now they're not. It's all about standing up for everybody else, and that's kind of what I explained there. You know, where else can you go besides Metro PCS for a
Okay, I'm gonna end this now, so goodbye.